Hey guys, it's Fox and welcome to another collection video. This video will be featuring my playing card deck collection. There's a lot of them. There's some more over here. Yeah, I bet you didn't expect this. I collect decks of playing cards. I've been doing it for quite a while. I stopped when I moved, and since I've been living here, I've kind of collected a lot more than I used to have. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. I actually really enjoy collecting decks of cards. Going to thrift shops, going to flea markets, or Barnes and Nobles and finding them cheap. It's a weird kind of collection. I'm sure, but it's just another thing that I enjoy picking up every now and then. So I'm not going to talk so much. I'm just going to kind of show off what I have. If you know them, awesome. If you're interested in this kind of thing, cool. If not, don't watch. It's pretty simple. All right. So starting off on top, I think I did in order, like Theory 11 decks, then you got some rare bicycle ones, and then the commons and everything. So anyway, Theory 11 decks, we got two Monarchs. We have the green and the black, trying to get the white and the gold ones, and I think there's blue as well. I love green Monarch decks. They're perfect for like doing flourishes and cuts and stuff. Also just playing poker, which I do quite often. Artisan decks, got the black and the white ones, excuse me. This white one specifically I've been using for quite a while, for like tricks and tokens and everything. Medallions, another great deck. I actually gave a friend of mine a set of that. Personally, I think it's a really awesome deck to have around. The design on it is just beautiful. Animal Kingdom, which changes the faces of all the major suits. Really cool deck. Super orangey. So, if you have that on you in the middle of the night in traffic, you're good. Tycoon, basically just a red and blue deck. I'm talking too fast, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, the gold leaf on it's really nice. The design on the backs are really cool. Kind of looks like a grandfather clock. Got deck 1, which is an industrial-looking type deck. Not a huge fan of the industrial-looking ones. I prefer like the ornate-looking decks, but this is pretty cool. Deck of Contraband, which I'm trying to get more of, but it's fucking expensive. Beautiful deck. Probably saying that a lot. Really ornate, really cool-looking. Cannot suggest it enough if you pick one up. They sell these at Barnes & Nobles. I bought most of these at Barnes & Nobles. Some of these I found on flea markets, but for the most part, it's just online shopping in Barnes & Nobles, in case you're interested where I got them. Warrior Horse, great deck of cards. The only problem I have is that design is exactly that design. So if you have the cards turned over in the deck, you kind of know which ones are facing forward, facing backward, if you kind of understand. Robocycle. Don't remember where I got these. I think I got these at the mall, or it might have been like a game store. I honestly don't remember. But yeah, they're really cool. They also change the face cards. Steampunk, again, not a huge fan of the industrial-looking ones, but Steampunk is pretty cool. I'm looking for the bronze one. Guardians. Love Guardians for Magic tokens, mainly because that looks like a chroma. It's a dude, but it kind of looks like a chroma. I just like the way it looks. These two I picked up at Target, which I think you can still buy. I think they're supposed to be referencing an old design that's pretty hard to find. I don't really know what they're supposed to be referencing, but they look cool. Bicycle Archangels, my second favorite deck, right next to Artisans and Monarchs. Trying to get another one of these so I can open it up and dick around with it. Love the design of it. Love the tuck case, which is just like super ornate and cool looking. Plus the back of the cards are just really cool. It's neat. Civil War, again, changes the face cards to historical figures. Really cool. Cyclist, which is just a green back with a white front. They're cool. I use them as Marath tokens because they're all green and neat looking. Tally-ho, I found these at a thrift shop. I think they're original. I'm not actually sure. I know there's a remake of these, or at least that's what I've read. And I think these might actually be original Tally-hos. I don't know if that's rare or anything. They were brand new. I didn't open that up. If it was sealed, I would have kept it sealed. But they're really cool. They fan out beautifully. All right, on to some more bicycle. We have Chinese Opera and Porcelain. They're half off at Barnes & Noble, so I picked them up. The Porcelain one I like, although it has the same problem the Warrior Horse does. They're really cool. The tuck case is nice. A lot of what's the word I'm looking for? It pops out of the cardboard. Chinese Opera, not a huge fan of that one though. The back of the design is kind of creepy. Look at that. Not even a mother loves that face. Bluma, tattoo looking cards I think was the goal for this one. I'm not really sure. Dragonbacks, however, I do love. I actually used to have a bigger stack than this, but I kind of give them away to friends because they're really good gifts. They make awesome magic tokens, and it's just a really good deck. Personally, I love the blue Dragonbacks more. Nautic Black, I don't have the pink one because I don't want it. I like Nautic Black, but it just feels like a lesser version of the Archangels to me. Bicycle Poker, World Series of Poker version, excuse me. Awesome to actually play poker with, because, you know, they kind of look like the World Series of Poker ones. I got one deck of B. They're neat. Nothing really much to say about them. Hoyle, the jumbo cards, found them at Hobby Lobby, I think. Again, a cool deck. I actually don't like these. My major problem with these, Civil War, it also has a kind of the browning effect on the card, if you know what I mean. It kind of artificially ages the card. But with these, the front is completely white and the back is brown, which really gives a visual shock to them, and not in a good way. The tuck case is really nice. It feels both like old and like strong, but again, they're just kind of weird and they don't work for me. I like these more. The cards feel better, and I don't like the fact that the backs are brown and the fronts are white. I prefer it to all be like aged or artificially aged. Different colored bicycle decks. I call these frosting color for some reason. I don't know. They just look like cake frosting to me. Black standards. It's got a lot of them. I think it's 5. Jumbo blues and then standard blues, and then you got the the original Riderback tuck case art, which I love more than these because I fucking hate that free app thing that they have over there. Jumbo reds, standard reds, Riderback, original Riderback red. Always looking for the original Riderbacks. Card of Mondays. Oh, I also have bridge size for the original Riderbacks. So Card of Monday. They produce their own cards called we're Aviators, I think, or Aviation. I forgot the name of them. It's the thing with the plane on it. I really don't remember what they're called. Maybe it's here somewhere. No, they're just called Ace. So Ace or the Aviators or something like that. I don't know what it is about Card of Monday's printing process, but it feels super inconsistent. I like doing flourishes and like fancy cuts and like tricks and everything, and they're kind of really hard to do with these. And I don't mean they're different from like this is different from this. I mean this is different from this. Their printing process is super inconsistent, which makes sense because they also print Magic, the Gathering. But I don't know. I just don't like them. I don't like them for tricks, honestly. They're neat for actually playing, but for tricks, they're not really all that good. Alright, on to Casino Cut cards. I collect Casino Cut cards. I don't know why. I like them more than I like certain decks over here. It's a weird fascination I have. Honestly, I like the older ones more than I like the newer Casino Cut cards. So I got the original like Gemco cases. This is a newer Gemco case. I don't remember what this one is. I think it might be Trump. Yeah, Trump Plaza. Might have to burn that one. So the Card of Monday, they gave you the black, the red, brown, auburn color, and the piss pea green, which is ugly. Original Gemco. I think this is Harris. It's Harris. Original Harris. The Joker for Harris is awesome looking. Paulson, which is another favorite of mine. I love the tuck case art. Not crazy about the actual cards. They kind of feel stiff to me. And then Aristocrat, which is of course brilliant. I love her. Honestly, I don't know why any casinos use anything other than Aristocrat. They just seem to be like the gold standard. Actually, is this Aristocrat? No, that's Gemco. Hold on. This is a second-hand tuck case. This is original. So like Aristocrat, good old fun to do tricks with. By the way, the ones with the holes with them, if you do a bridge with them, it's a lot easier because like the air goes through the holes. I wish I could do like tricks for the video, but unfortunately my tripod broke, so I have no way of showing it. I may do it in a separate video. But yeah, those are the Casino Cut cards. Now we move on to some weird ones. These are all flea market pickups, with the exception of this. This is a Caesar's Palace. Caesar's Atlantic City. Damn it. Crappy deck that I like because they changed the face cards. Let's see if I can find one. Oh, there was a king. There he is. See? Changed to Caesar. It's neat. And the queen is Cleopatra. And the jack is some guy. I don't know. Alright, Bucks. Yeah, you're going to find a lot of trading cards with a lot of random companies on them. Bucks, I believe, is a cigarette brand because it says Philip Morris on the bottom. Picked this up for $1.25 at a flea market. The cards are actually really good quality. They're just like basic quality, maybe a little bit less than standard bicycles. This I'll show in a minute. This I'll show last, because that's interesting. I picked this up at an actual casino when they were cutting prices and they're trying to get rid of overstock, I guess. World Series of Poker decks, I believe 2013, excuse me. So 2013, 100% plastic. The only plastic cards I actually like. I hate the bicycle plastic card. I forgot the name of them. They're like in the weird black canvas box. And also Cardamonde makes like 100% plastics. I hate them. They suck to do tricks with. They stick to each other because surface tension on them is too high. Somehow, I don't know how, but like whoever made bicycle, the way they made these cards is like brilliant. They're just so smooth. And I dropped one on the floor. I was trying to do like a flip. There we go. They're like super smooth. They're really nice to do bridges with. And of course to play poker with. They're brilliant, especially if you have a felt table. Edgar Allan Poe or the Raven playing cards. My friend got these for me. They're just regular playing cards with, you know, the Raven design on them. And this is pretty cool. I actually might frame this just because it's so cool looking. It comes with the Raven on a really old looking piece of paper. It's neat. I like it. Alright. And they come in these real... Oh, shit. I almost dropped them on the floor. That would have been a, what was it, 108 pickup, because they have jokers in them. Alright, so these I had to research. I picked these up today, as of the filming of this video. These are German playing cards for a game called Skat. The game might be a different name, but when I looked it up via this. Apparently it's a bluffing game? I don't really know. I picked them up because they're super cool looking, and the art on the suits are really nice. If I can, oh, not this one. This one, it's a nice backing, it's just kind of standard looking. This one's nice. And again, they were 50 cents. If you can find a deck of cards for 50 cents, pick it up. So you see the back? Look at that. That is so cool looking. And they feel really strong. Like the card, they feel like damn near 100% plastic. Alright, so this, which is the last thing in this video. Again, pick this up today. It is a deck of cards, despite the fact that it looks like a book. Again, another 50-cent pickup. I have a ring on my table. I wish that wasn't there. It's going to be hard to film this without a tripod. Yeah, they're just basic playing cards, and they have a layer of metal around the rim. Let's see if I can get these out. There we go. They have a layer of metal around the rim that attracts them to a magnet inside the book. I think. I don't actually know. They're just like crummy Florida bridge-sized cards. My battery's running out. But yeah, they're really cool. I like them. This thing, it looks insanely old. Although I don't think it's that old. But yeah, that was my playing card collection. It's probably going to get bigger, and I might do an update video if you guys want. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed. My camera's about to die. So I will see you guys later, more videos. But until then, horsey, bye.